Okay, Slap Recon is here. Boy, that was loud. Anyway, got an update for you not for October. Today's October 22nd, when I'm filming this. Not sure when you're going to watch it, but it will be on. It should be on probably tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. Either way, you'll catch it. Just want to come out, and this is going to be, like I said, an update. This update here is going to be mainly for, just going to let you know what we're doing on all three, okay? All three projects, okay? So, part of the Slap and Strange Productions, and what we're going to do is go right in. Was going to do this on Facebook Live, and I think that I did some of it, but I took it off because there was really no one watching, so that's okay. I don't have time to post things if no one's going to watch. You know, if you're not, everybody busy, you get busy. It's nothing to me. What is easier for y'all to do them like this or try to do it live? Because when I do it live, I try to hit them between 5 and 6 o'clock Central Time on my time over here. But it seems like not too many people watch, so maybe that's not a good time to do it. If you know a better time, or give me your suggestions, okay? Or would y'all rather me do it like this? Pre-record them and then throw them out there on YouTube, and then we'll just shoot them on here. Okay, so however y'all think is best. Okay, right now I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to stick to this way until we see what happens. Only live, I'll do it only now if I'm out on the scene. As you guys know, or some of you know, I was out in Denton, Texas. I had some things to do out there. I was going to do a video on it, but because I didn't really get a lot. Was that door open or closed? I ain't trying to start nothing. I'm just asking because I thought I closed it. Okay, keep moving. So I was going to take. I did take some videos. I did a walk around of what they call the square, and it's kind of beautiful out there. But I had other personal issues. I mean, not issues, but reasons that I was there, and I was kind of like more concentrated on that, and I broke away for a while, which I was only like 4 blocks away from the square. So I got there to do what I had, try to do what I had to do. I got some good pics. It felt good to walk around, but for some reason, Denton's around this time is usually not that warm, but it was pretty warm, so I had to kind of like shut it down and come on in. But when I talk about Slap's Cooking Chronicles, I did put a video on there, and I was kind of telling a little bit what I was going to do, but I'm just going to go through it real quick because not too many people watch that video because I guess y'all ain't, a lot of people don't know what the heck that is. So I want you guys, if you would, please try to follow what we're doing. Try to follow me in this new deal if you can, please. I really would like your support in it. There's no money being made here, so I'm not asking you because I'm trying to make money in this. I ain't trying to make a dime, and I'm not making a dime, so it has nothing to do with that. I just like to see that you guys. I want to see what you guys, which one, who are the cookers out there? Are you a cooker? He a cooker? She, her, you? Well, come out here and let's watch this, and you tell me what you think when I start doing these things. All right. I'll be episode 1 is already done. Actually, episode 1, 2, 3 is done already. But I didn't redo. I did one just recent. My last one I did that one already. I'm going to make that episode 1 when I release everything. And that's going to be Slap's Cooking Chronicles. I was going to release it when I got back, but because I got sick and I had other things to do to try to land in my territory, but so have a nice landing or whatever you want to call it. But didn't do it yet. I was already in the process of doing the editing on it, and I'll finish the editing probably today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. I'll be booked. I got things all day tomorrow, so probably Friday or Saturday. This you're probably watching tonight, Wednesday night, or if not, you're watching it Thursday. Okay, but let's talk about the purpose. The purpose of the reason why I'm doing Slap's Recon. Slap's Cooking Chronicles. The reason I'm doing it, it's kind of like for those who they're kind of relatively new. And the reason I came up with this idea was because I was in restaurant business a long time in the back of my days, and then I worked and did whatever I did and everything. And then when I was kind of like close to retiring, I went on and bought my own food truck, started doing that. Then I had cancer fight. I had to sell the food truck because I just didn't. I didn't want to. I couldn't get back into it anymore. Then I got out. Then I started doing barbecue. Which before that, with the food truck, I started doing barbecue. Now I'm talking about trailers. I was dragging these trailers around, and cooking barbecue and stuff. And in the food truck, I didn't do barbecue. I did a totally different thing there. So then after my cancer fight, I started doing more event catering, trying to get into that. It wasn't easy. I had Ricio came in. He started helping me. He was the one that really kept me going with that. Wore his little butt out, but he was there for me. So I owe him a lot. And then so like for people who like move out, and since I have I have kids, and they're not kids no more. They're grown up, and they moved out, went to college. They were gone. They were calling me. I'm thinking I got rid of them. I'm like, oh yes, yes, extra bedroom. Here we go. But next thing you know, they're calling me. Hey, Dad, do you remember that recipe you were telling me about? Remember when we used to cook this? We used to cook that. Yeah. Tell me how to cook it again. Man, you saw me cook it. So there I am. Kind of like recipe central over here. So I did that for a few years. And I didn't really get mad. I'm clowning around here, just trying to be, funny. But I was kind of, honored, or it made me feel good that they were still, cooking my stuff. Because they're like, hey, the girls in the dorm are kind of like, they cook their stuff. And I told them, I said, man, my dad used to make this. And they're like, oh, can you make it? I kind of remember, but I just need that, So it was kind of like a refresher course. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. All right, got it, get it, bye. And then they get on and do it. So I thought that was real good. I mean, it was kind of fun and everything. But that's why I say a lot of like college students that move out and everything, they don't have to be college students. So some people just get married, they move out, and either one might know how to cook one thing. This one knows how to cook another thing. But somebody said, hey man, I wouldn't mind learn how to do a pepper steak or a different type of recipe or something, Oriental or something. Well, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try to make recipes very easy. And you're going to see how easy these things are. They're pretty. It's kind of funny what I'm doing in these things, because I make plain things, supreme. Put it that way. So it's kind of funny. I think it is. I get a kick out of it. And also, I won't jump into anything difficult. I mean, not jump at the beginning. I mean, I can do some difficult stuff. I can blow your mind. I really can. And I'm not going to really get into that. At first, I'm going to see how it goes, and if I see people watching and starting to get in and join in on that, then we'll take it up a notch. But we're not going to do that until. So I'm just going to teach a lot of techniques, how to handle knives, safety of cutting and chopping, and there's different ways to handle a knife. I don't know if a lot of you probably know, and I know you do. So I'm not talking to you or talking bad about you or downing you. Okay, so let's understand that this is for the people who are starting out or want to learn how to do something, just like when I'm a guitar player from the past, and, I was pretty good, so they said. A couple of record labels, I mean, not in my name, but I've been on some. But you had to learn the guitar, and I used to actually give lessons, okay, on the guitar, way back. So it's kind of like that. To learn how to cook, you should learn the methods and the techniques of what's in the kitchen, temperature cook. The cooking times for fish, chicken, and beef, you got to know those, because if you don't follow those, you're going to get real sick real quick. So they're all going to be short, or they should be, and to the point. So however I record them, I'm going to cut them down to where they're X amount of minutes. I don't want them to run too long. The episode 1, the one I decided to do, is going to be an authentic Chinese ramen noodle. I thought that one would be pretty simple. In the beginning of that, I'll do a tutorial on a knife cut thing, but it's going to be kind of a quick tutorial. I'll get into a knife cut thing later, but for this first episode, we're just going to go ahead and get this stuff going. So it's going to be ramen noodle, and ramen noodle that I bought at the Oriental store. It's ramen noodle by itself, packaged, yes, because I got to package it, but not the type that you're thinking of. What you get at the regular, Kroger, H-E-B, or whatever grocery store. These ramen noodles, I don't think you can even find there, because I like to go to the real deal. And the process of getting them ready before you can actually cook them. So I'll be showing everybody. I'll be showing all of that in this number 1 video. So be sure to let me know what you think, and if you think that you would like to share some of your recipes, get with me. Just say, hey, Slap, I got some recipes. I'd like you to share them. But not only that, I'll even go a step further. Why don't you get with me, and I'll let you do your own video on your phone, whatever. You video host, have somebody hold the camera if you want, however you want to do it. I mean, I got tripods and stuff, but you don't need all that. Somebody can just hold it and you just do a quick video and talk. You don't even have to go through the whole recipe. You can just say, this is what I did. This is how I'm doing it. These are my ingredients. And then I go, boom, boom, and then there's, however you want to do it. If you want to do it a 20-minute video, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Then you can get that video to me, contact me, and I'll show you how you can upload it to my platform over here. And I'll cut a video of that, and I'll put you in the video. So it can be guest recipes or whatever you want to call it. We can do it like that. Didn't get to do all the stuff that I wanted to do, so we're going to go ahead and start picking it up from this point. I got with Reshow today. So as y'all know, on Slap Recon, him and I did the wing deal. We did the food truck deal, and then we're going to do. We just haven't got to it yet because things come in between. I mean, that's just the way it is with everybody. All right, so this next one is going to be Two Vets Sweets and Treats. And what that is, we're going to go to a couple of ice cream or Mexican ice cream or snow cone. We're going to go try those out. We got to do this before it gets cold, okay, because they're all going to shut down on me. And some of them are just like, maybe they're going to be a smoothie or something. So we're going to try that out, and we're going to see what happens. The good thing about this one, we may have a guest. You don't know this guest, but we're going to try to see if we can get this guest to come out and go with us. I mean, I already threw the option out there and to give them the idea if they were interested, and we'll see what happens. So I think it'd be kind of fun for me to get Riso and some guests out there. Let them do all the eating because I keep my weight down. I mean, I don't like to tell everybody my personal business, but I'm not even 200 pounds. I keep it down. I was way over 200 before my cancer fight, and I guess I'm that guy that when I took all that to lose the weight, you know what I mean? I lost like 65, 66 pounds, I think it was, and it took all that to lose the weight, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep it down now that it's like that. So I'm happy. I'm kind of happy with that. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Well, maybe I'll let them do all the eating. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to shoot the video and get this thing out there. So that's kind of like the important thing for me. So I got with him today, and I was discussing with him a few ideas that I had. He likes the ideas too. Now, whether he goes out with me on these or not, I'm just kind of going with him, kind of consulting in him to see what he thinks, and just throwing some ideas because that's how you got to do it. You kind of got to ask people because for me to try to come up with all these ideas on my own, it's not always I don't always hit the mark, or to me, I don't feel that I do. But we'll see what happens on that. I'll give go and ask him, and some, never know. I might ask one of y'all. I may just pop up and hit you and message you. So if I do, don't be offended and go like, why is he contacting me? He didn't tell me. I'm telling you now, okay? I'm not saying get ready, Snap's coming to get you. I don't mean nothing like that. I think y'all get what I'm talking about. Now, we covered Slap Recon. Well, we covered the Cooking Chronicles, and then we did Slap Recon, letting you know what we're going to do. So that means that we're going to be going out and doing some other stuff on this. So whether Ricio goes or not, I'm not sure. I know he's going to do the sweets and treats, but I won't do it without him. The other ones, I got some good things planned. I mean, these things, I've heard other people even ask about them, and whether I decided to do them or not, I wasn't sure because, there's some things, when people tell you, you're like, I don't know that I want to try that because I don't want them thinking that I'm stepping on their toes or anything, kind of a thing, kind of a deal. That's not what I'm trying to do. So we'll see what happens, but it's time now since I don't have anything in front of me, and you're looking out my windshield, front windshield. I don't see anything in front of me. I hope for now. I did in the past. Leading up to this point, I did have things coming, and they were coming real quick. You know the deal, man. 95 miles an hour. What happened to this? What happened to the 50, 55 or whatever, man? I was shooting fast, so everything just started coming up real quick. Like whoop, whoop, whoop. So it's kind of where I was. So now it's kind of like straight highway. I'm kind of like, I think I got time now. So now that I know I have an open window for this, I'm going to start hitting them as fast and hard as I can. So. If I wouldn't have been sick this week, I would have already been out. I guarantee it. I would have already hit them. I know one of them is going to be a restaurant, and it's near here. It's not that far. It's right on the 45. And some of you who live out in this area know what I'm talking about. It's right off of 45 and Broadway. Very famous restaurant. Been there for a pretty good while. I think they used to be in another part of Houston, but now they're here. And they have something that I just found out about. I just got wind of it. I didn't know anything about it, and I've eaten at this place. Never did a recon or nothing. I never have. But I have eaten there. And I found out a little secret. And I don't know how many people know this, but there's a secret about this restaurant that only a few people know. How I got it, I can't sit there and tell my sources or anything because you don't want to do that. But it's kind of weird. But a lot of you people who live in the South Houston area or Govgate area, Pasadena, Howard, Houston area, y'all know this restaurant very well. And there's a secret to that place, and I'm going to reveal it. And I'm going to reveal it here to everybody. And not that they mind, and from what I understand, they don't. So we're going to see what happens with that. So getting back in, let's get on to the next one. E.S.P. Explain Strange Podcast. We haven't stopped nothing. I mean, I haven't stopped anything. I'm on break. Let's just put it. I've been on break, okay? But break time is over. I got to go and get this going, okay? Now, Explain Strange Podcast. I did have my helpers, workers, my outstanding staff. I mean, these guys were awesome. Melanie and Taylor. I mean, these guys did an awesome job. I wish I had them back, but like I said before, things happen. People move on. I've asked other people to see if they'll come in and help me out. They're busy doing their own thing, and I'm still would love somebody to step in, but I can't get no one to step in so far or yet. But I got to keep moving, okay? And that's what I'm going to do, keep moving. And I got a lot of ideas for Explain Strange Podcast, and I might actually going to jump it up a notch. I think it's time to get to another level with that. So the only thing is, now that I'm doing the 3 deals, and that's why on the cooking one, I tried to jump ahead 3 or 4 episodes. And then Slap Recon, I have Riso helping, and then him and I can just hit in and out, hit these places and go. We can do that in the morning with no problem. And then Explain Strange Podcast, they're normally done at night or in the evening. And I have to get my studio all set and ready to go. I swear that door's making me. Already it's Explain Strange, right? It's already trying. But on the Explain Strange Podcast, we're going to go a step further. We're going to do some other stuff. And I know that I have a lot of people that are paranormal and ghost hunters and stuff, but that's not the only strange that needs to be explained, okay? And that's where since I've been doing all this other stuff and not working with that, I've been doing a little, research, I guess you want to call it. And I'm trying to feel that what else is considered strange. So that's what I'm working on now. So I've already come up with some ideas, and I said, you know what, that does sound good. Because there's things that I can mix with Slap Recon and this, because I know they're lapped, Now, whether I'll do an episode on Explain Strange and then an episode on Slap Recon, well, I don't know yet. We're going to see how that works out. Because there's things I can do out here or near that can go on that. And maybe you have something that you think that might go Explain Strange. Let me know. And maybe you have somebody you want to go out and interview or something. Let me know. And you don't have to go in person. You can do it on here, so that's why I'm going to be doing them. I mean, I've got people in California. I got some in Wisconsin. I got some they're all over the place. So that I have to get back with them because they're kind of waiting to come on and do an Explain Strange podcast. So we'll see how I do that, because I probably won't be able to do those since I'm working on the other stuff. Probably once every 2 weeks. But so if I think I'm going to have to do it once every 2 weeks, they're going to have to be good, and they're going to have to really be good. I will say this: I'll say it here. I'm not going to be shy about it. I got a hold of Dave Schrader. I know some of you may know him, and he came out on some shows with Cindy Kaza, and they did some awesome shows actually, and the Hollister Files and whatnot. But I did get in touch with him at one point, and he offered to come out on my podcast. But right now, I know he's in a busy state right now. They're doing a lot of stuff, so it was a little too late for me to get him in here. So I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm going to contact him back, and let's see if he can come in, or see if he will. I mean, he already said he would, so I'm going to try to get him in here. But it would be an awesome thing to get a third person to come help me host him. Somebody who really knows this field, like somebody from the Ghost Hunting Beauties, or somebody, that's out there that knows about that you see out there, or you've seen, or whatever. So we'll see what happens. I already tried. I've tried hard to get Dalen Spratt from the Ghost Brothers, but I never did get him to agree to come on here. So, but I understand that. He's got his own thing going. He's my boy anyway, so I'm not worried about it. It doesn't hurt my feelings, but I really wish I could have got him to come in here. It would have been good to get him, Dave Schrader, and myself in here, and let me in between both of them. Let's just get some questions going here, because I got some questions. Trust me, and I'm not one to go stirring up things, because I know there was a lot of talk about the Ghost Adventure guy or one of them guys creating all this mess and all this and that. I don't know anything about that. I don't care anything about that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So with that being said, if I was to get any of these guys that came on Travel Channel with any of those things, I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't even care nothing to do with that. The Conjuring House, a lot of drama and a lot of politics. I call it politics, but it's drama. I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with that. I stay out of all that. That's none of my business, okay? That way it keeps people out of my business. I don't get in their business. So that's just the way I look at it. So, okay, so I'm going to cut it down now. You guys got anything you want to talk about? You want to get with me? There's my Gmail right there. Okay, you can always email me or just send me a message or whatever. And we can talk about Explaining Strange Podcast. You got something you want to talk about? You might want to come and host a show. Say something. No, just talk to me. I'm like anybody else. The cooking thing, you got a recipe you might want to get with me on and say, hey, man, I got something we can do. Would you mind doing that? No problem. Let's do it. Talk. Get with me. Contact me. Communicate. Communication's important. And then on Slap Recon, maybe you know a restaurant. You're local here and you know who I am. You know where we're at. You got a restaurant you'd like me to go check out, or you'd like to go meet me over there and check out. Get with me. I mean, I'm not going to bite. What happened? I'm not going to bite. Let me know. Just contact me. Okay? That sounds good to you? All right. I think that's about it. I don't think I don't have anything else. That's going to do me. Thanks for following the Slap. I'm working on T-shirts because I'm getting ready to order some shirts. I mean, like I said, I got 2 vendors that I used already. Well, actually, I used 3. The other one disappeared. That was the first way in the beginning. In fact, he did these. And they were real good work. I love these shirts. I wish that guy would come back because these are thick and man, they're good quality. You can't beat these. But he's gone. I don't know. Maybe he moved out somewhere else. That was when I first started. But I still have 2 others. But not to mention the cooking. That's Cooking Chronicles. I'm still working on those 2 guys. Anybody wants to get back on, get on the show and help me out, or get into E.S.P. Got a recipe? Let me know. Got an idea for Slap Recon? Let me know. And if anything else comes up, I didn't do it. That's a slap out.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.